Hi, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Oracle Keys. I'm Ruta.
And I'm Edie.
And today we're doing a reading for Valentine's Day, February the 14th, Wednesday.
So today we're going to be using the Nefertiti Tarot deck.
So while Edie's shuffling, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes for a moment and center yourself to receiving what is it that you need to receive for the moment, for the day.
The Four of Swords is the overall view of the day. The Five of Pentacles is in the first position. The Two of Wands is in the second. And the Tower is in the last. So on this beautiful Valentine's Day, we have some interesting energy beginning to happen. I feel strongly that old structures of how we view ourselves, how we love ourselves, how we love others is completely changing. The whole makeup of what we believe love really is changing. It is changing in a vibration to a higher level. So the way we've worked in the past has caused us a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. Most people, the deepest pain they have is in love. So continuing on from yesterday's reading, we talked about the collective consciousness of pain, the pain body. And with love, it's like we don't want it. We've had enough of that old stuff. We really want to change everything of how we work with other people in a positive manner. And I don't know, that's just sort of what I'm feeling from all the energy of these beautiful cards. They're so amazingly done. I love the way the energy of these cards come in. With the Five of Pentacles, I feel that it is about nurturing everything to do that feeds us. So what is it that we're looking at with love? What avenues are we going to receive love? Because this day is about receiving love. It's about receiving and giving love as well. And this whole energy is permeating for about 3 weeks in the air. I can feel it sort of hovering over and working with us and changing and shifting our universal outlook on things. Nature seems to be also a key element here. If you guys can go away and get into nature and be with people you love and connect in with nature, I really feel today is a marvelous day to be doing that. It's like you have two ideas, and the two ideas seems to create energy, and it creates 3 more things that you can feed off of and work with. It's like a never-ending cycle of synergy when we use love in the aspect of how it's supposed to be, including for the self. So, we think a lot about couples and if you're single, being in one on this day, or if you're in a relationship, you want to do the good things that we want for our partner, express that in beautiful ways. Those things are really important, and that adds to as much as we think the negative thoughts add to the collective consciousness, our positivity adds to the collective consciousness. We realize that we need to be more understanding within people. They're shifting and changing as well. As their vibration changes, and our vibration's changing, there creates conflict. One person's moving, the other person's staying still. The other person starts, staying still, the other person starts moving. So, it's hard to kind of juggle that sometimes. And it creates friction and rubs up against each other. But that's also how we sharpen ourselves. So these relationships and the things that we may judge ourselves about, or the experiences that we have all of those to create who we are and to decipher what we don't want and what we do want in our lives. And the goodness of the fruits of our labor coming in today, of what it is that we are putting out, we're receiving. And really be cautious about what it is that you're receiving as well. Like, you don't have to accept every single gift that's given to you, so you can be like, thank you, but no thank you. And what I mean by that is, somebody is trying to feed some negativity into them. You can easily shift that and ignore that sort of negativity and redirect it into a way that is creating a positive energy. It seems to be a simple shift for people today of, I'm kind of thinking like, that's not really a correct way to think about things, and I never really paid attention to it, but today I'm going to pay attention to it. I'm going to pay attention to how I'm actually thinking about certain things, and I'm going to catch myself in the middle of a negative thought if it comes and I'm not being conscious of it, and I'm going to raise the consciousness and awareness of it and be like, okay, I did that, so then now I'm not going to do that anymore, and I'm going to be kinder in this regard, and I'm going to be cautious to be kinder. And when you do that, it comes back to you tenfold. And maybe this is another strange little revelation, but I'm getting, along with yesterday, there are some of you who are suffering with something in the blood. And when you do the things that we just talked about, it seems to be that the energy of the Egyptian gods and goddesses are coming in today, and they're going to work through your blood in some way. And maybe this is information that is neither here nor there. However, I feel like you're going to genuinely feel this right into moving. It seems to be moving through the healing energy of love that is being poured from the angelic energies from the Egyptian pantheon. It comes in and moves through us to help heal the energy of love on the planet, and to help tear down those old structures with love, with kindness. We can be really destructive if we want to. If we don't like let's just have an example, if we don't like what our partner's doing, we can be really aggressive and be like, I don't like that, and blah, 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 and freak out and be all upset and react to any anger that we may feel. Or we can take a moment and be like, you know what, I'm really grateful for this problem right now that I have. No matter how difficult it is to face, I'm grateful that I have the courage today to go and face this and be like, with kindness, I can say, when you do that, it really, really seems to, somehow I'm not comfortable with it. Even if you can't define it, you can be, I'm just not comfortable with this, and I don't know how to pinpoint it right now, but I need some space to just, correct my thinking about this. And then you can have some time to think about it and come back in a manner and be like, this is affecting me when you do this in this way. So please, can we work in a way that is working for both of us? This is not compromise. I kind of feel like when people compromise, they're compromising their position of what is good for the self. I don't like to hear the word compromise in any kind of relationship. What I feel is expression of truth is important, and somehow coming to some sort of level understanding of each other's differences and melding the two of them together, even though they're different. That's what creates the synergy of a higher vibration. So this is what the Egyptian pantheon gods and goddesses are telling me today.
What's coming also through is the relationship. Pay attention to the relationship that you have with your food. today is a very sweet day.
Mhm.
But is it sweet on the surface, or do you really feel that? Are you allowing, what are you allowing inside? Are you, so that's, when you mentioned the blood will be the filtration. Eventually it's going to receive that which you will bring into you, and it's going to show you in other ways.
It's the source
So,
of
yeah.
the source of light that's holds in our blood.
Yeah. But the blood is going to show long term. Now you have an opportunity to actually pay attention. What is it that today there's a lot of sweetness around. There's a lot of sweets, candy, love, how are yous, and people giving more attention to each other just because of the day.
And an expectation of that.
Yeah. But how healthy is it for you when you're receiving that? And what is it that you are allowing yourself as well?
Is it just surface, or is it giving you nutrients,
yeah.
or is it just a surface filler that's going to make us feel good in the moment?
I was going to say, are you eating the candy, or are you eating the wrapping of the candy?
Right. Or looking at the pretty wrapper.
So pay attention. Perhaps, if you've never considered a diet, and a diet is a very negative way of putting something, but bring in the nutrients back into yourself, into your life,
into your relationships,
and with yourself and with other people. And when today it's coming through food in particular for some reason as well,
which in turn goes in through the blood, of course, right?
So
those gods and goddesses are very smart.
Not necessarily go back to the broccoli, no. Just pay attention how much of the sweet versus how much of nutrients you're intaking today and moving forward.
And where you're lacking in either or, adjust it to a better nutrient into the relationship. Emotional nutrients.
Oh yeah, that's
Emotional nutrients are important. What kind of emotions are we feeding ourselves, and what are we doing with those emotions? The Two of Wands is entering with somebody else. This in the middle of the reading. It's the entering, the coupling. Number 2, it's about joining, whether that's with the self, with the higher self, with the with our physical bodies, or whether it is with you connecting in with spiritual energy and bringing that love in from source, or whether it is within a relationship or children. I'm getting a really strong message today also that essential oils that make you feel good would be a wise idea to use today. If you just have a diffuser of any kind, or even if you don't have a diffuser, put a little bit of water on the stove, boil it in a pot, add some essential oils to it, and fill the energy around you with the
pleasant aroma of your choice.
Yes, yes, exactly. And what it's going to do is it's going to connect you with the element of air. And this element of air is movement within two people, so that's the connection of tearing down the old, bringing in the new, and the new is in the moment now, and melding that all together in a beautiful unison of joy and wonderful energy. The Four of Swords is representing a time of rest, a time of retreat. So if you have the opportunity today to nurture yourself or nurture your relationship in with the self or with others, whatever the situation is there, I really feel that this essential oils will connect you in with all of these beautiful Venusian energy that we're experiencing right now. And I also feel that some of you, though, there's going to be 3 of you that conceive on this day. Yay, congratulations. And so the Four of Swords is the rest. And when we're resting, in those moments of resting and receiving, we're giving and receiving today. But in the moments of receiving, I feel like this is important for the essential oils to be around you, to receive the beauty. And if you can put a drop of olive oil in it, the olive oil and the other oil mixed together will work with the etheric energies And in the etheric energies, this is where we pull the goodness from the collective consciousness. We want to tap in with other people that are already at this beautiful love vibration, who have come before us, and that energy is sitting there of the consciousness of humanity. And it was in that love energy, and let's tap into that and grow that instead of the pain body.
I almost want to say, soak in the love.
Yes, bathe in the love of this day. Yes. So this, there seems to be balance and give and take with everything in this reading. And it is a beautiful depiction of the energy that I feel is coming from the Egyptian pantheons, and the love that they showed us. They explained to us how to be as humans. They showed us how to have a beautiful, abundant life. And we've kind of lost some of that, and to go back into that energy is gonna bring us bring us golden relationships with ourselves and golden relationships with others. So have a very, very happy Valentine's Day, and love yourselves and love the ones around you. And if you have enough love for yourself and you're by yourself, send it out to the world for those who may not feel today very loved. And for those of you who are alone, I feel that energy of you, that pain, and I like to send you some love from me. And I really wish that you could take that energy and love yourselves with it. So namaste. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for joining us, and please do subscribe to us. It will help immensely, and it's going to help other people if you end up sharing this, to spread this message of love and acceptance and care